Gerald Lucas here with another installment of Ask Gerald, where you get your real estate questions answered. Today's question comes from Gary. Gary writes from Edgewater, New Jersey. And Gary writes, I want to get involved in real estate. Is it possible, although I have a full-time job? Yes, Gary, you can make money part-time in real estate by wholesaling property. And real estate wholesalers engage in a kind of arbitrage where they negotiate and sign a contract as a buyer. And when you sign a contract as a buyer, you have an equitable interest in that property, and you can then wholesale or assign that property to another buyer who's willing to pay a higher price. And the difference between the price that the original seller is willing to sell for and the price that the end buyer, that the wholesaler assigns the contract to, is the wholesaler's profit. Now, anyone can legally wholesale or assign a contract to another buyer willing to pay a higher price, so long as the contract doesn't explicitly have a non-assignment clause in it. So anyone can assign a contract that they sign as a buyer to another buyer who's going to pay a higher price. However, only a licensed realtor can represent a buyer in a real estate transaction. So that's the difference. Anyone can assign a contract as the buyer with an equitable interest to another buyer at a higher price, but only a licensed realtor can represent a buyer in a real estate transaction. And the benefits of wholesaling, it's why you can do it part-time, is that you make your money up front with very little risk, and you don't have to take on the risk associated with actually owning the property in question. So thanks for your question, Gary. For more real estate tips and information, visit my blog at geraldlucas.com. I'm Gerald Lucas, and I'll see you again soon.